Hey guys, it's Brian here, doing a quick video just to give you guys an example of doing a load calculation, okay? Oh, man, I got I don't know what the hell that is. It could be herpes, I don't know. Just kidding. That was not even supposed to be a joke. Anyways, all right, just an example. This is how it's gonna be on any single thing that runs off electricity, okay? Anything, a refrigerator, a stove, anything. You're gonna have a piece of a sticker, most likely where you can't access it, gonna be on the back on many appliances, and it's gonna literally, the English one, input, it shows you that 12 volts DC, 15 amps, 180 watts. Yes, that's exactly what it says. So, you're gonna go ahead and take down, write it all out. Make a list for 120 volt things and then a list for 240 volt things. Now, if it's 110 volts, it's the same thing. 110 volts is the same as 120 volts in electrical terms. It's just a nominal voltage. Nothing you plug in is gonna really ever be exactly 120 volts. If you're farther down the electrical grid, it could drop a tad bit. It could be 119. It could be 122. It could be 121.1. It's just basically like if you have something that says 100, then it's 120 volt, okay? So make a list of 120 volt items and then 240 volt items. Then go and find the nameplate, the sticker I showed you, and if it says the wattage, cool, that's all you need. Go ahead and put the wattage under each voltage size. Go through, and then, now let me tell you this. Now, if you look and there's a sticker that it only shows, let's say 120 volts and 10 amps. What do? Because you need the wattage. Ultimately, we want wattage so that we can see what wattage size generator we need. Okay, if you only have the amperage showing you, what you're gonna do is take the amperage times the voltage, and that's your wattage. So 120 volts times 10 amps is gonna be, 1,020 watts. I hope my math is horrendous. That's all you do is just multiply it. Same with 240 volt items. Say you've got a 240 volt, 7 amp coffee maker. How do you get the wattage? You just times it. Okay? Keep that in mind. You want your wattages. Go through everything. Lighting, you're like, oh, how do I check this light bulb? Like, don't worry about that. For those simple things, unless it's like but anything that's above you that like you really just can't access and it's a pain in the butt, you're gonna just go online. If you have LED, just put down like 5 watts. If you have something, not LED, put down like 15 watts, whatever. Go ahead, get your list, come up with the total. All right, let's say you're at 6,000 watts, 7,000 watts. Go ahead and times that by 30%. Okay? So, let's say 6,000 watts times 30% is another 1,800. So now you're at 7,800 watts. Now, so we're at 30%. With 30% added to our total wattage, we're at 7,800. If we're using a 6,000 total load calc with a 30% additional, you're at 7,800 watts. I then highly recommend adding 2,000 more watts. And so that's going to literally bring you to 7, 8, 9, and you can even round up. Come on, dude. You're at like 9,080 or something like that, or 9,800. Go ahead and round up again to 10,000 and get yourself a 10,000 watt generator. What that thing is going to do, where you add 30%, is going to be good for any motor, your AC. If you have an RV AC, that'll be good for that. Then you've got 2,000 extra watts, allows for growing. And so what that also does is you've got a 10,000 watt generator, and as of right now you're using, what did we say, 6,000? So you are just at over half of its capacity. So that means you're not going to be killing the generator running full load from the day you get it, which will make it run smoother, last longer, and it gives you room to grow. It gives you room to add certain things. Down the line, you might add a whole nother part of the menu that you didn't have and you need a couple more things. Boom. You will not have to go buy a new generator again, because just think about this. What if you had 6,000 watts as your total load calc and you go and buy a 6,000 watt generator? That is like the biggest mistake you could possibly make. You cannot add a single extra thing. Like, you're going to be running at full capacity, which is not good. Like, you're literally at the limit of overloading it. You always have to have some breathing room on the generator. You always want that generator to not be what the load calc is. It has to be 3,000 watts more, 4,000 watts more. So don't make that mistake. I recommend going with Duramax. They've got the best customer service. Like I said though, if you bought a Duramax, do not call them and tell them that you're using it as a food truck generator, because that voids their warranty. Because it's a commercial, it's listed as commercial. You just say, hey, like, you don't even tell them what it's for. Unless they ask, you say, I use it as backup power. They were doing work on our area, and we were using it at the house, and it just stopped working. And, yada, yada, yada. But don't tell them that you're using a food truck. All right? Any questions, let me know. Very simple. Just go through everything and find a sticker that shows you the voltage input and the wattage. And like I said, if it's just the voltage and the amperage, you multiply them and there's your wattage. Okay? Go ahead and just do that and you'll be good to go. Times it by 30%, add 2,000 more watts, and you will be fine and dandy. I also recommend, if you're building your food truck or having it or looking for appliances, I recommend half propane, half gas appliances, meaning propane, and then the rest electric. If possible, do the big heating appliances, do those as propane, because they take up so much wattage basically. And yeah, let me know if that helped you. If you got any questions, let me know. Share this with any other food truck friends that might have might be confused. And it's simple. So put down any ideas on videos you would like to see regarding generators, and I will get those out ASAP. Peace.